Hey guys, so for this video, I'm going to be showing off a bunch of game-breaking techniques you need to learn ASAP. Now, I know I usually don't do face cams for these types of advanced tips and tricks videos, but some of these things were so insane that I had to get this video out ASAP. So what I'm gonna do is hop into a game with my boy Kazaki. We'll go over all the techniques, including a new technique you may have seen on Twitter, and I'll show you how and why they work. Before we start though, be aware many of these techniques are technically exploits. That does not mean they can get you banned, because many pros have been using them and hiding them for months now, but just be aware, many of these things are not intended and will work extremely well on your opponents. So without further ado, let's get right on into it. Alright, so for the first tip, this is the one I was talking about that's really broken. I believe a bunch of EU pro players from Denmark were actually hiding it, and I think Young Calc and a bunch of other people found out about it and posted it on Twitter. All you do is build up onto their cone and floor. You have to be looking north, so you see the compass on the top and how I'm looking north in between 345 and 15. This should make it so you steal their cone and floor pretty much every single time. Rebuild it and we'll try it once more. Cone, floor, like it's nothing. And I know you guys are thinking this is because I have 0 ping, but what you guys gotta realize is Kazaki's on 0 ping as well. Now I'm stealing his builds first try. So now you come out and I'll go back in. I'm gonna hold, he's looking north and I'm holding my cone. Stole it, floor, stole it. Try it one more time. He's looking north, stole it, stole it. It's so broken. Now let me show if I look south and he looks north while he holds the cone and floor. Alright, so I'm looking south, not north. And I cannot get it. He gets it every single time. This is ridiculous. I'm 0 ping. And I can't get it once. I can't get it once. Additionally, if I'm the one on the inside and I'm looking north, he's looking south and holding my cone and floor. Try to take it. He can't. He just cannot take it. Even though he took it every single time while looking north. And this works for floors as well. So floors, I'm looking north. He still cannot get it. And he's on 0 ping. It's completely broken. Ramps is the same exact thing, so I'm holding looking north, he's looking south, and he cannot take my ramp. I win the 50-50 every single time, even though it's supposed to be a coin flip. Again, I'm looking north and he's holding south, and I win it. Can kill him, but I don't want to. The only time the coin flip actually works, at least we think, is with walls. So I'm looking south, he's looking north. And I can actually take the wall. I got it again. I got it again. He got it that time. I got it. He got it. So for walls, it's actually normal. As to why it works, it basically has to do with the orientation of your builds when looking north. As you can see from the top, as long as I look between 15 and 345, I can take the cone, just like I said before. But if I were to rotate my cone once, so the orientation is not facing north like it would by default, then he actually wins it. As long as you rotate the building piece so the default side is facing north, as you can see here, I can replace pretty much any build. And I'm looking north and it's like that. If I rotate it so you see it's not facing north the default way, then he wins it. It's a little harder to do in creative because you don't have the compass, but if I try every side, so it's obviously not that one. Ooh, it could be this one. Yep. This is north. My advice would be to find out which way is north, so it's this one in creative, and then basically just exploit it as much as you can. And he cannot take my builds as long as I'm facing north. The moment I turn south, and he gets it. And he gets both. So to wrap up the tip, remember it's only looking north for cones, floors, and ramps. Walls is a 50-50. He actually got that. Please do not exploit this in tournaments and other stuff like that. It is unfair, but I want to show it because I know people are going to be using it against you guys, and that's even worse than having it exploited by one of you. The next few tips are from Destiny's Jesus and will help you win more close range fights as well as improve your movement. So as you should see on your screen, I have the little keyboard that shows where I'm moving and what buttons I'm pressing. And this is what it looks like when I press D, aka move to the side. You basically move to the side at a very slow and fixed rate. And that's basically the worst thing you can do when you try to window peek. You never want to just press D and go to the side really slowly like this. Not only will this make you an easier target to hit from your opponent's point of view, but it will also make it way harder for you to hit higher damage pumps. So what you want to do is hit W and D so you start moving forward and running, and you also come closer to the window, but not so much to the side like this. At full speed, it should look something like this. This is the normal way, aka the bad way, where you only press A or D from your opponent's POV. You can see it's a lot slower, and I did have an opportunity to shoot back. And then this is a fast way by pressing W and getting that movement acceleration. Way faster. Way faster. I also have no angle to shoot on him. Oh, and before I forget, it also works with Mongrel Classics, so if I steal it and then I make the peek from over here while pressing W and D. Busted. So the slow way without using movement acceleration looks like this. Way slower. And here's with movement acceleration. I could not even see you. Nice. So much harder to see the other person. Last way you can apply the movement acceleration is to this type of edit. What people normally do, including me, is make the top right corner edit and then jump up and edit back. What you should be doing is as you make the top right corner edit, you want to start moving to the left by strafing with W and A, kind of like this, and then shoot while you're at the top of the jump. Full speed looks like this. As you can see from your opponent's angle, if you do it the slow way, it's really easy to hit you and to see what's coming. But if you do it Destiny's way with the movement acceleration, it's almost impossible to catch them doing it. This is really good for box fighting if you have a guy in a ramp like this. You can hit him with a little bit of the movement acceleration and he won't be able to see you at all. Second to last trick is one I saw from Gearsy. I believe he got it from Reddit, but I can't find the exact source, so sorry to the Reddit user who posted it. The way it works is if you're being W keyed, so say my boy Kazaki is fighting me and I'm about to die. What you do as you're on the run from him is build 9 cones like this, 3 rows of 3, box up in the center. From here, what you want to do is edit this cone up like this, and then basically trap them in and get piece control on them. From there, you can obviously go for an edit shot, maybe come around the side, go for one over here, even from the top, because you have piece control on everything. What you can also do after you set it up and edit out is once you box them, you can edit this side up and basically barrel stuff them. You can even edit out, box them in, and then reset that for a shot. There's so many different things that you can do. It really just depends on how creative you are. And basically whatever you decide is right for the fight. This is what your opponent will see, by the way. Bruh. Now, to address what I know you guys are all gonna comment, yes, it does use a ton of mats. What you gotta realize though is if you're getting W keyed by a psychopath, you're gonna lose all of your mats anyways. So why not try to hit them with a crazy move you learned from itsJerian to outplay them? Lastly, if you're not on flat ground, this doesn't really work. As you can see, I can't really build cones. And if I try to edit out, I'm kind of just standing here like a clown, jumping around, doing absolutely nothing. So just make sure you're on flat ground when you do it. For the final tip, we have one that not many people know of. Basically what it's for is to scan yourself using either the crates or just to get into doors like this. The 2 most common methods are to either have your builds out and try to build as you scan yourself like that, or you can shoot your weapon and then as you scan, spam the reload button and it should work. Sometimes it does not, like right here. The fastest way that Rogue Shark found is if you have out your builds, you pre-edit them. You don't have to do any specific type of edit, and as you scan yourself, make sure you reset the edit. And you'll see it goes instantly and it works every single time. This works for every single type of thing you need to scan yourself. You can see right there. And you don't need materials like you normally do. You don't need to shoot your weapon, which gives your location away. All you need to do is have out your wall, re-edit it, scan yourself, and reset the edit using scroll wheel or whichever button you want. Overall guys, those are the most game-breaking and overpowered techniques in the game right now. None of them will get you banned, they're all okay to use, but I don't recommend using them because it is kind of scummy. It's just good to be aware of them, especially the north one where you can replace cones and floors, because you never know who will use it on you. So if you enjoyed the video, do be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel down here, and to turn on post notifications. Shout out to all these amazing people on the screen for using code GeFortNite. I also want to shout out my cousin Kazaki for helping me out. Make sure you follow his Twitter at Kazaki_. Maybe I'll follow some of you back if you do it. Otherwise, that's it from me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later.